Hey guys, Garrett Williams here, aka Texans commentator, or best known as Houston Stressans. Thank you for tuning in today. This is my brand new series, the Houston Texans Content Creator Spotlight. My goal with this series is to allow us fans to better get to know the many content creators in this community that provide us great content. There'll be an organic, natural conversation, and so today I hope you enjoy. But before that, please, as always, like, comment, and subscribe, and follow on all social media platforms at Texans Commenter on X, TikTok, and YouTube, and then Houston Stressans on Instagram and Facebook. And as always as well, the website www.houstonstressans.com, where I have articles that are news, analytical pieces, videos, store, merch, and a free newsletter. So with that being said, enjoy today's guest. To start off, we got Chef Briggs. Matt, welcome. How you doing today?
I'm blessed, man. Thank you for coming on. Truly blessed.
I love that. I say that's good. That's good verbiage right there. The blessing or stressing. So, yeah. And so you guys have been at it for a while. I think you guys kind of have been one of the spearheads in the Texans community for getting this going. But first, I'll just start off like personal wise. Just kind of ask you, as much or as little details you want to go into. Just tell us about yourself. Kind of focus on how you've gotten to where you are now and what you do with the Texans or what you do covering the Texans.
Yeah, man. So, I became a sports fan at a young age. I think 6 or 7. I still remember the good old Oiler days. I still remember the blowout from the Buffalo game. Well, not the blowout, but the comeback from the Buffalo game. So, sports hurt me at a young age. But, football always been a love at it. So I just, continue to do it. Podcast wise, we started the AOC South Fan Battle, I want to say about 7 years ago. And then we kind of slowly branched off. And I wanted to do a Texans. And the way this started was I seen Crenshaw, Fifth Ward Crenshaw everywhere talking about Texans. I was like, man, this guy knows his stuff. Yeah, a lot of people don't like him. But he's great. So I just sent him a message like, hey man, you want to do this Texan podcast with me? He said sure. And ever since then, he's been my A1 since day one. My ride or die, and that's kind of where my name, my ex name came from. A1 day one. But yeah, we've been here 5 years, like Kershaw Fifth Ward. So we just keep going strong, and we just try to bring a unique twist to it. Everybody has their different ways. Harley and Ruben, AD and John, you had it on last week. Mm-hmm. They kill, but everybody can't be them. So we just gotta bring our own twist. So like we go from former players on the show to we had little Kiki, I think 2 weeks ago.
I was tuned in. That was dope, man.
Yeah, so like we tried to bring not just the football aspect, because as you know, Houston has culture everywhere. So we try to bring the culture too, because a lot of people outside of Houston don't know nothing about the culture. So we try to kind of throw that in there too, because I got a lot of friends that are Tennessee Titan fans. They don't understand. They don't understand the H.
So you gotta let them know, man.
Right. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean you don't know what we're talking about. So.
Yeah, for sure, and that's what I've liked. Like and it's okay. Like we have fans from all over, but like there's a lot of people like me and you, like born and raised. Like this is like we eat, sleep, and breathe this stuff, man. Like, and it means a lot. Like when you are from the city and in the city, like, and it's just hard to explain. So it sounds like you're kind of shining light on that a little bit too. But and it sounds to me like you guys might be like the longest tenured, current standing like podcast of this type. Is that right?
I think Locked On Texans is probably longer than us. I think they're going on their 7th year, 8th year, something like that.
Gotcha.
And I think John, or not John, but I think Harley and Ruben, I know they don't have like little podcasts. I think they're more of a YouTube stream. I think they're a little bit longer than us. But podcast, I think we're the longest continuing podcast, because what was Texans Unfiltered? I know they quit doing it and stopped. But yeah, we love it. We're having fun. Until we stop having fun, stop loving it, we're not going to stop. We can have nobody listen to us. We're still going to, we're still going to rock it out.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about too. Like, and everything that I do, like, I think it's the same for all of us, and y'all included. Like, what we do is like we do it because it's a passion. Like, we love this shit. It's not like and like you mentioned, regardless of how many viewers or whatever it is. So, and I've learned too, like in everything that I've done, like trying this, trying that, and kind of diving into this world. Like, I've been able to gain a much bigger appreciation for everybody, and especially people like yourselves, like we all have jobs and families, like, and then just go and spend time to do something like this. I think it really means a lot. And maybe some people may not realize like the time, energy, and effort it takes into it. So kudos to you for that, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And this whole weird narrative that I see on Facebook, especially the content creators, where they gotta be the number one, they gotta be the best. Like, there's so much love for everybody. Like,
Yeah.
who cares? Like, everybody's gonna have a different cup of tea. Like, some maybe like BT, who's doing a great job. Somebody maybe like Harley, doing a great job, but doesn't mean they have to be the best. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's such a great thing about being a Texans fan, because you have a whole bunch of different outlets. And honestly, like, I'm not saying be a homer. I haven't seen the bad one yet. Like I said,
Yeah.
there's such good content out there. Like, there's love for everybody.
I mean,
Look at you. You're killing it, man. Like, what, last year, it's just
yeah.
been a great blow up for you, man. It's been fun watching it.
Yeah, I
So
appreciate it. I mean, and I've said this before, like many times, just on shows or whatever. But like, my favorite part in all of this is the community, man. Like, I feel like I've made thousands
networking.
of new friends. I mean, like, I'm on my phone all day interacting, but like, I'm talking to people, like, and so I repeatedly have different conversations over and over again. So like, I've basically made friends, and whether it's like, and I don't mind like the back and forth. I actually enjoy it. Like, I learn a lot too by interacting. Like, sometimes I may be stuck on this opinion and someone can kind of get me out of it. But yeah, so I mean, like, that's a great point. Like, I love like everything you're saying, like the community aspect of it. Like, yeah, it shouldn't be a competition. I know like it may feel like that way for some people at times because like we're all like that, but it's also like a rising tide lifts all boats type of thing.
As long as you're having fun, who cares? Like, why does it matter? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I like what you said, the community and the networking. Like, we met like, I never knew Josh Ennis and Seth Payne got into it over just, Josh calling somebody fat. It's crazy. Like, you just hear these stories, and I wouldn't have known without this podcast. Like, you probably know, Lil Kiki was the GOAT growing up as a kid. If
Hmm.
you told me a 10-year-old Matt, hey, you're going to interview Lil Kiki one day, like,
Yeah.
you're crazy, bro. Get out of here. Like, we have Lil O on the show. Like, one of favorite songs of all time is Backpack. Like, you would never tell me that I would get to interview these guys. So it's a blessing. I'm glad I get to write it.
Yeah, that's a great point too. I mean, I kind of feel the same way, like the people I've already, interacted with and all that stuff. So, um, that's awesome. I guess real quick, just shout out the stuff and then that you have like your own. It's on the bottom as well, but shout out your handles and then we'll get a couple football questions. This car already kind of went by quick, but I'm loving this like organic convo. This is what I really want it to be about getting to know people and what you're doing and your why. So, if you don't
Yeah,
mind, shout out your handles and then I'll get to a football question after that.
absolutely. You follow me at A1 Day One Texans everywhere, and of course the Texan Fan Battle everywhere. Just type in Texas Fan Battle. We got some great content coming up shortly. Each one of us are making our own little segment, so make sure you're on the lookout for that.
Okay, sounds good. Well, yes, I mean, just football question. Draft is quickly approaching. It's draft month. Are you beholden to a certain position or player in the first round? And if so, who? And if not, why not?
So people are probably gonna hate this, but I'm like, the Texans are finally at a spot where there's not like a 100% need. Like, we got to go get that guy. We got to get this position filled, or we're screwed. We are finally at best pick available.
Yep.
Never, as a Texan fan, have I seen where the Texans could be at best pick available. This is the year. Whoa, Matt, what about the offensive line? Look, we upgraded the offensive line when we got rid of Bobby Slowick.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as
Facts.
we got rid of Bobby Slowick, we stopped it. the triple set on one side, the 9,000 motions before you hike the ball. Like I tell the guys all the time, scheming fixes everything.
Facts.
And if you have seen any kind of scheming from the tight ends over there, New England or Los Angeles, you got to be impressed with Kaylee. So until he proves me otherwise, I'm right with what I trust D'Amico, I trust Nick, and I trust Kaylee. Or both, I should say both Nicks. So like just let them go out there and do their stuff. Best pick available. If that's double E 25, is that golden at 25? So be it. If that's a defensive tackle or Nolan or somebody, Grant, so be it. If it's the offensive line, great. So be it. But I'm not the one that's got like, we gotta get offensive line. Just you gotta trust the process. We don't know what we have quite yet. So just gotta believe.
I like that answer, and I tend to agree. And also, by the way, it seems like Keno's on the lobby yet. So, Johnny Huncho, if you can hear me, I'll have you come up next. I'll probably ask Matt one question, and so in a couple minutes, I'll throw you in up to the main stage. So, make sure you're ready for the bright lights, my brother. But yeah, so like I agree, though. I mean, this is like where you want to be. Like you want to get in a position as a good franchise where there's no glaring needs. And yes, we need O-line, but I agree with the scheme part of it. And then even then, like you can still get good linemen in the second and the third. And we have all this extra draft capital now too. So for me, it's like a BPA from those needs. It's like a mix of the two, but like I would prefer in the first round to be and me and Crenshaw were talking about this in the lobby. Like, I wouldn't be mad if they got a DT at 25. I wouldn't be mad if they got a O lineman or a receiver. And then I guess it depends on other positions, but like between those three for sure, I'd really be fine with it. I guess you've kind of like alluded to what this answer may be, but what were your thoughts about the Laramie Tunsil trade? And then you've kind of said it, like the outlook of the offense next year post Laramie Tunsil.
Me and Honcho kind of on the same wavelength. Crenshaw and Texan T and Keno, they're like get him gone. See you later. I did want him to stay because I mean he is a top 5 left tackle, but the fall starts. I don't know how many times I've seen CJ Stroud get hit out of bounds or lay hit, and he's nowhere to be found. This whole when they ask him questions about the line, he's like, "I did my job." Like, if you're a captain, if you're getting paid that much money, you gotta be that leader. So he wasn't that leader, and like everybody says, there was rumors he wanted another extension. Look, man, CJ Stroud got to get paid. I don't care what people say. He is the next great quarterback. You got to pay him. You got to get ready for Will Henderson. So I'm glad he's gone. Now, would I would like a better backup plan? Maybe. But again, scheming fixes everything. You don't know what you got as left tackle and Titus Howard. Who knows if Trent Brown can go back? Like, there's a lot of unknowns. And I'm okay with these unknowns because, again, I trust them. D'Amico Ryan's first 2 years, we went to the playoffs. So, like, there's something that we can build on, and I'm okay with it.
And you have to think, too, that, like, Nick and D'Amico wouldn't make such a crazy move without having confidence that they can improve or, rectify the situation. That would just be completely reckless. So, like, there is some solace in thinking about that part of it.
Well, and the whole narrative that Nick Cassero can't put a top 15 line, can't put a line. His decision on lineman is bad because look at his track record. Well, where was everybody saying that 2 years ago when it was top 15 and CJ Stroud was balling? Where was that when the Steelers had 0 sacks on the Texans? CJ Watt, one of the greatest sack artists in NFL right now. 0 sacks. Everybody is quick to forget. Nick Cassero made that. And he made that with what? The same guys he has right now. Makeshift. He has got pieces. So, like, you got to give a little trust. Like, I understand, but dude, y'all are Texas Twitter is a little toxic at times.
Well, I mean, we're all super passionate, and if you spend enough time just hyper focusing on something, like you're eventually gonna drive yourself crazy. So, but I mean, I'm on the exact same page. Like, I am super optimistic with the scheme. I mean, with Kaylee, like you mentioned a lot of things. Like, you would project that CJ Stroud will now have more command of the offense as far as audibling. Just the run game alone, just improving the run game will now help get us in better manageable downs where it's not predictable downs. The big thing for me is we're getting rid of that damn wide zone offense that did not fit with our personnel.
Or the triple back. I'm tired of seeing 3 receivers all lined up in the same spot. Like,
yeah,
spread them out. So
yeah, condensing them, inviting people into the box, and then having blitzers, and it seemed like things were too complicated having free blitzers. So yeah, I'm super optimistic as well. So I'm glad to hear you say that.
I will say this. From I kind of the same way with Bobby I am with Nick, but the thing that impressed me more when Bobby spoke, you can kind of see the San Francisco way. Mm-hmm. When Nick speaks, he straight says this is going to be the Houston way. It's not going to be the New England way. It's not going to be the Los Angeles way. It's going to be the Houston way. We've never seen that out of Bobby Sloak. So right there, I tell you, okay, let's trust it.
And that was the big thing, like why he got fired. Like my big gripe, and from what D'Amico says, like he wasn't adaptable. Like he had this one system and tried to make it work over and over and over. Whereas Kaylee says, you know what, I'm going to go the other way around. I'm going to see what we have and then make a system around that. It was just an ass backwards thing. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Matt, I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna see if Johnny's ready to hop in, and if you want, you can hang in the lobby, or if not, you can, I can cut you loose. But appreciate you coming on, and I'm hoping to maybe join y'all's shows.
Thank you for coming on, or let me come on. Doing a great job. Hopefully, we see you on our show tomorrow.
Yeah,
we talk a little bit more Texans.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. All right, well.